I think a lot of people for sure think it's very schizophrenic when other spiritual people, they're like, you have to be reborn and have no identity, blah, 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 blah. But today, I received a little download which actually simplified it for me. And it was like so easy to see that I was like, I have to share it, you know? So I used to think it was really hard to explain, but a good teacher should be able to explain it easily. So I'm glad I received the download. At the same time, I don't control the download, so I'm not like taking credit in an ego type of way. But here's how it goes. So I used to think it was like this, right? Me from the past at 15 years old, he was watching porn, and this porn was like kind of like shady, like fetish, like whatever, like just fucked, right? But he didn't even know that it was fucked. It was like normal, like everyone else doing it. This is normal. Like the website that I watch the most, which I guess should I mention? I don't want to make like publicity to them, but like Pornhub or whatever. Like I remember they posted like a meme which they had to delete because they faced some backlash or whatever. It was like, when mom leaves and I jerk off to it's like crazy because like they really like confessed like they were advertising to kids, right? So to an extent I was an unconscious victim. But then the complicated part begins, which is I start to actually have my eyes opened by spiritual power because I couldn't do it myself. You know, this is a pattern that repeats. It's like if you could do it yourself, you could have probably already done it, because if you already, this part of you, which was not there at age 15, but if this part of you is already like, this is kind of weird, like I feel weird watching porn, like yes, it turns me on and the dopamine is crazy, it's probably like doing heroin, which it would explain, I mean at least close, because it would explain why it's so gripping and addictive and all the nervous system damage that it left on me. But you know, we could be like, if you're fully unconscious, there's not a part of you who wants to wake up, then it's like at least you're unified. You know, it's like if someone is like, let's say you know, those McDonald's conspiracy, I think I mentioned McDonald's in yesterday's video, but you know, the Instagram McDonald's conspiracy is it's human, you know, type of what you're eating. So then it would be really interesting if someone looks at the news, if they were true, which we can't know, and I don't care about debating it because I don't care. I just don't eat it because I don't resonate with it. It's like with porn. It's like I used to think I would find this perfect way to explain it onto others, but like that's preaching. I just don't. It makes me feel bad. Like, like even if I don't come, even if it's like super vanilla porn, even if I pay to an OnlyFans model, like it all makes me feel bad. And it's not like secret shame because I purged all of that. It's just like there's not a resonance there. So it's the same thing. I stopped eating McDonald's not because I believe the news or the conspiracy, not because conspiracies are not usually right, they are, but I'm just saying I just don't give a shit enough. I just stopped eating, right, for resonance reasons. Like it stopped being appealing to me. And I was really addicted to it at some point. So what my 13-year-old self was doing better than like my conflicted 21-year-old self, I'm like 27 now or almost 28, is like he was doing better in the sense that he was totally unified with his stupidity, which would be equal or equivalent to someone who eats McDonald's even though like they know it's human meat. No, I'm not saying they know, I mean they believe the theory, therefore when they eat it, they are basically eating, like, you know, like they make it true in that type of way. They're like, yeah, I don't give a shit, I mean it tastes good, so I'm just gonna keep eating it. So that's unification. Like we could say you're unified with a demon or but at least you're unified. The problem, and it's not really a problem actually, the problem, the beginning of the awakening creates So you are split because now you have a part that's like, I'm not okay with eating this burger or like watching this pornography because like I'm questioning its like energetics, like so we don't get into morals or whatever, but like it's just weird, like everything's weird. So you're like, now I have a part of me which is fine with it because otherwise like I wouldn't be doing it. We have the part that enjoys the dopamine, the part that this, the part that that, and then there's the new part which is not okay with it. There's something bad, right? Already. So this is good in the sense that you're waking up, but it's bad in the sense, it's bad for the ego because now you will feel a lot worse. And you could go, but I stopped eating McDonald's, or I stopped watching porn because I found I'm not in resonance with it, but yeah, I feel like way worse. So then the ego mind, which wants you to go back fully into unity, but the other type of unity, the one where you're like, you just, like you're pretending it's fine even though it's not, right? But you can't. It's like the ego is so retarded that it will try. It is relentless at the same time. So don't get me wrong. It's like I suffer so much, right? Like physically and symptoms and everything, because it wants you to go back to that state, but it's impossible because the other thing, we could call it the light, has already begun to wake up. So now it might manifest as if you're doing things worse, as if you're suffering more, because you're like, I'm like trying really hard. Like I'm trying really hard. Like in my mind, which at some point, let's say age 20, I don't know, that adolescence period and stuff, I was probably watching porn like every day, right? So like, I don't know if multiple times, like I don't want to like over amplify it and lie, but potentially a lot of the days were like multiple. So like the wrong type of Duolingo streak. So then when I was not being retarded in the sense like I'm 22 or whatever, I had my like a little bit of a spiritual awakening. I'm like, I want to at least reduce the amount of times, right? So I'm like once a week or whatever, right? And then that grows into once every 90 days. So that like by contrast or by comparison, then the ego mind was like, bro, you're trying like really hard. Like, look at the difference. Like, you used to do it every day and you felt good. And now you like do this long streak and you feel bad. Clearly this isn't working. We should go back to just doing it again, bro. Like, it's easier. It's clearly not working. Like, just look at the facts. And the facts actually look mathematically correct because it's like fucking insane. But you can't listen to this part because it's not real about like the mathematics of it. You know, the ego acts as a very smart type of all-knowing entity. It's sort of masquerading as God. So it can present arguments which are actually, like ChatGPT would verify them, like a doctor could verify them, everyone could verify them as truth, like as objective truth that everyone has to, like that exists, bro. Like you just talk from experience, right? So it's all, so you betray your own intuition, you betray your own inner guidance compass into like this thing, and you go back to doing something that you're not okay with. Yes, the symptoms could be worse when you're not doing it, and it's actually because you're doing things right. It obviously will feel like you're doing things wrong because you can't stop like shaking or whatever it is you're going through. Yes, but it's it is actually proof that you're doing things right, because like this, like parasites, like demons, whatever you want to see it, like tendencies, they're being burnt, and yeah, they will literally, they'll be screaming, like they're really scared. It's like almost like their life depends on yours. So here's where my mind tricked me, and I couldn't explain it before, even though I was beginning to see it. It was like, well, if you have two persons, right, two different people, and one feels really good after watching porn and the other one feels really bad after watching porn, they are different people. Like, it cannot be the same people. Like, it cannot be the same subject. You can't be like, you can't say something like, I like when people punch me in the face, and at the same time I don't like it. It's like, my mind used to trick me like, oh, you have to choose. It's one or the other. It's like one or the other. It's like, depends on the moment, because it depends on the fucking moment. Because like, if you are beginning to wake up, yes, you could totally go through that. It's like, I watched porn. I felt like really like this sexy feeling or like dopamine, etc. It was like, It was like one personality almost. Then I finished, and the other personality took over, and it's like guilty, shame, crying. And I was almost like, stop. There was like the third higher whatever was saying like, stop acting. Like, stop playing. Like, you cannot be the same person. Like, that the one that enjoys it cannot be the one that's like crying. You need to like, you know, like try harder. Like, wake up, bro. Like, you stop playing, stop acting, stop bullshitting me. And that was a more advanced form of ego, because I think if you're really compassionate and hold space, that yes, you could present a lot of apparently contradicting like conflicts or whatever as you're like separating fully or being purified or going back to your purified state, because who's not to say, or who's to say that you are not fully purified before entering this world? Like, you don't remember, right? So you could just be going back to that. The ego can use anything. It can be like, oh, so yeah, you were pure at some point, maybe before this life, or when you were a kid, or since you're such a light being or whatever, then why do you like it? You know, it could be like, you could pull that card. It could make you accept, like, you're right, like, I shouldn't even like it. I shouldn't even like it at all. Therefore, I might as well just do it because I already failed. Like, I have failed at this purification process or separation process or whatever, right? So you go back seemingly into the original state where you were like fully unified with the habits, and they're not even seeing anything wrong with it. But the thing is, obviously, once you intuit that it's not resonant with you, you can't really go back. You can try to go back, but there will be like consequences. Not in the sense that someone's punishing you, more like in the sense like you touch a stove and it burns, so you stop touching it. Like, it becomes obvious at some point, and the ego might try to act as if it's going back into the original state of full mental retardation and unconsciousness, but it will just be acting because, like, you already saw that you didn't like it. You already saw that there's something that you don't like about it. There's no resonance. There's like so-called karmic consequences, which is just a way that your soul like keeps you aligned, basically. So it just became obvious to me how, you know, I used to see having like two apparently contrasting opinions is within my psyche as proof that I have a demon. But if it's in the right moment, each case is individual obviously, but like in the right stage, it could mean that you're correctly purging the so-called demon. So, and the demon, which is the ego mind, will use it to call you a hypocrite. So you like give up, you see, but like it literally means objectively that you're doing things right. The doing things wrong would mean like you don't even have the conflict. And someone could say, well, but like I don't have the conflict because I'm a more advanced spiritual being who's like, I know myself, and I don't have a conflict with these things. Okay, I mean, sure, but like, as long as you like meditated a whole bunch of hours per day, like I'm not trying to like say like, I meditate more than you, but like I'm just saying, if you know yourself, then cool. Like I'm speaking to whoever like resonates with this. So your ego mind, while you're doing something like right in the sense of the right direction for you, not that like morally wrong or whatever. And here's the polarity of this, which is when you do the things wrong and you relapse or whatever it is, you might feel really good afterwards. Like you could have like almost like a spiritual silence in your mind. You'd be like, see, I knew that it couldn't be this bad. Almost like gaslighting. Like I knew that this whole thing was exaggerated. Like it couldn't be like to watch porn once, or like it couldn't be that bad. Blah, blah, blah. Like, and you feel a silence, and it's like a confirmation silence. Yeah, because like the tendency is sort of like installing itself again, and this is how it does it. So you almost look back into real first-hand experiences where doing it really caused like very heavy symptoms. Like psychosis or shaking or just dread, like whatever it was that was at least your own experience. You look back to those moments, it's like, oh yeah, I guess I was just like going through something else. Like it maybe wasn't that, like now I'm better, now I got it. So things to try to catch, because that's how they might trick you again. It always goes back to overriding your own perception of how things are. So it will almost like try to overwrite certain memories with a new perception. But if you try really hard, it's actually impossible to forget how you actually felt in that moment. So, I mean, I guess this is for people who like have that I need to learn everything by myself type of spirit, which can feel like a curse because you have to pay like heavy karma or whatever for like supposedly normal things that other people do that cause them seemingly no issues. The good news is, however, you don't get lobotomized by this world into thinking frameworks and concepts and whatever that other people have thought for you, then sort of fed to you, and you just accept them as if they were your truth. Let's just say the world wants to like disempower you, right? So if you just take on what they say at face value, like all the time, like sometimes they can be right, maybe. Like not really. You have to see for yourself though. That's the whole point. So to recap, I used to see it as a problem, as proof of demonic possession, that you had a conflicting case of I like porn, but I don't like porn. I like this, but I don't like this. It's like, that is proof that you're doing something bad. But no, that was my ego trying to like take over even more. Like the whole operation, let's call it the soul, the spirit, whatever, right? It wants more control. So it could say something like that. Very smart, seemingly. So like, see, you're a hypocrite, so might as well even be more of a hypocrite. So then we can't even, like, we don't have to worry about hypocrisy because like we're such hypocrites or whatever. Like, first of all, it was not gonna work, so I'm not trying to fearmonger you, but you could try to, you could face some trials and tribulations for sure until you hit yourself in the face or whatever until you learn. That's how I am, at least. At the same time, it became really obvious that it is better to be like, at least, like, this is the problem with this stupid language, bro. It's like I'm trying to say better or worse. Is I have to choose one of those two words, right? Well, it's not really better to be fragmented over someone who's totally lost and disconnected and has no conscience. It's not, obviously it's not, but like in some point, in some relatively whatever, the ego could be like, see, the other guy, he's mentally retarded and unconscious and never meditated, but at least he's unified, so you are more demonic. Well, it's actually like he is more demonic. Everything's so difficult to say with this dualistic language, but yeah, it's like obvious because like, let's say demons or darkness is unconsciousness, then yeah, but of course the demon could use it to tell you, see, you're a fucking hypocrite then, like might as well, you see, so relatively speaking, so it's really hard to just like preach with, not that I'm trying to, but like I'm making a video which is like for anyone to see, so I go insane, like, because all cases are individual. So you say something and instantly like flips polarity. It's like, like that's not always the case. Like it's only true for that moment. It's like, so you have to resonate with me energetically. And you can reach out to me or leave me a question so I can address your specific case. That would be cool.